Hello everyone, welcome to Solo RPG Actions, where this may be the final time we'll be doing a video session for the time being, because we are taking a look at PUM Companion. Now, PUM Companion has been one of my go-tos if Foundry or Roll20 doesn't have the sheets needed. I had been running a Be Like a Crow campaign with them, and it has been doing wonders. This is a new computer, so I do not have the Be Like a Crow game on here. It's kind of weird like that. It doesn't really carry the game saves over. I think if you click on this cloud, yeah, it can Google Sync and all that. But that's also another thing. You notice here that it has an AI assistant mode. That's actually a new feature it had updated over the past couple of updates. And this is going to be your warning here. If you do like... Wow, I'm slurring my words here. If you do not like the use of AI for whatever reason, this is your jumping off point for this video. 3, 2, 1... Okay, I think that's like 90% of the audience. So, the one person who is watching this video, welcome. There are a few things I want to experiment with this new AI update. And I'm going to read them off the Discord for the unfolding machines. So essentially, the AI assistant is able to understand role-playing game mechanics and homebrews. So that is very interesting. We can input specific gameplay system mechanics, and the AI will know them. We can actually create characters to use these mechanics to generate stats and abilities for them. And the AI assistant will use AI assistant more available settings such as answer depth, timeouts, language safety, overrides. I guess that just means that it's a little better at stuff. So the understand RPG mechanics basically means that it's good for homebrewing stuff, it's good for small systems, it's good for mechanics that matter to us the most, so we don't really need to just dump like every small little detail. I think we just need like the core gameplay loop. And good for rules you don't want the AI to hallucinate about. So essentially, yeah, core gameplay loop. We just want the actual rules that we want it to have. But also, we don't need to actually re-explain like the typical RPGs, so like D&D or provide an actual rule book for it to work. But yeah, for this experiment, I am going to provide a rule book for it. Good example purposes within expectations. Create characters with stat sheets in one go. Instruct the AI to propose a scene with meaningful skill challenges. Ask the AI companion about the current scene and possible rule applications. So we are going to experiment with all of this. So yeah, let's just play to find out. New Game 2, Exposition. So, let's open up our thingy here. So, game system and universe. I want to actually be a little cheeky here. We're going to have it try and understand Crucible. We're not going to have it do writing preferences and all that, or plot scope. We're just going to make it its rule book right out of the gate. And while it does that, does Crucible have the rulebook? Yeah, I'm gonna have to open up Foundry and open up Crucible, which is gonna be pretty easy. The one I'm gonna be concerned about, and we are gonna be running all three systems through this thing, would be to... Oh, it's gonna take a while. I'm gonna pause and actually... Oh, okay, it started up. We're gonna be running like all three of the RPG exclusives through this. So we're gonna be running... Actually, let's actually create a new world, because without Ember, Crucible has like more of a generic system. Here we are. Yeah, begin the migration. Join in. Alright, let's pop open the system rules, game mechanics, dice mechanics, and we're just going to copy all of this. Alright. But also, we're gonna just... That's just the dice mechanics. We also want character mechanics, because we also want to have it create characters, right? But, okay, without Ember, it only goes for your typical generic fantasy races. So, human, elvish, dwarvish, orcish, giantkin, gnome, halfling, devilkin. So, humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, Goliaths, gnomes, halflings, and tieflings. If they really wanted to go all out, they also would have included dragonkin. But, yeah, that's basically it. I don't know if this is going to lead to a context overload, but... Oh yeah, and this, all we just need to do about this is... We just click these and they just give us our standard questions. If I click on world building again, it's just, oh, tell me about the main factions, tell me about the main factions. They just start from here. So we're just gonna see how they all deal with finding a hidden trap. The AI is thinking. And sometimes it's going to take a while to think. Also, the AI sometimes will be hits and misses. It depends on the AI you pick. It's one of those bring your own key kinds of AI where you have to pick your own large language models. Which also means you have to pay for it by yourself. It's not like a premium service you have to pay on a monthly basis for PUM. You have to pay like a separate service. Oh, here we are. Ooh, oh crap. Okay. That's not what I was expecting at all. In Crucible, detecting a hidden trap usually involves a perception check using the wisdom ability. Here's how to resolve it. So we ask the Oracle if a wisdom trap exists. Ask PUM. Okay, for this we're going to say that a trap exists. Then roll 3d8. Okay, that actually is true. There was a 3d8 system in Crucible, so boons with Banes, wisdom bonus, perception skill bonus, enchantments bonus. Yep, I can say that. I can see that. Boons and Banes. So for example, 1d10 boon plus 1d8 plus 1d6 plus wisdom plus 2 plus perception plus 1 equals 15. Outcome. If it's greater than 12, we spot the trap. If it's 9 to 11, partial success. Fail, we then roll on a damage trap pump via gum dash objects. What? Okay, so this was completely different to how, like, there's different, like, I'm completely surprised. I'm completely surprised because I did like a trial run before, but I didn't notice like how, like, it had a really different presentation compared to this. So now we're gonna try Brightburn, Burn Bright. Brightburn was like the edgy Superman one. Oh, you know what we should do before that though? Because like this is gonna be like the only time we can do this. We need to figure out how to actually create a character. Okay. So I say let's do one of these at a time. Let's create a character with sheet stats. So how do we want to do this? Okay, so new chat. Is there like a guide of how to actually do this? Because I don't want to just like... Okay. Create entities. Then it will add a new tab of stats for that character. So we just tell it to create a character. Let's create a thief. Oh, hold up. Let's try drafting with AI. Make use of game mechanics. Yes. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to use the example here. A female elf warrior with a magical bow wearing green leather armor. So, we're also going to generate an image because we can also do that. So, output depth, concise, a few sentences, comfortable, few paragraphs, unbounded natural flow. Alright, and we also make use of the game mechanics. So, generate. And we wait for it to generate a character, which will take a bit because it's also generating the art for it. So, we'll see you on the other side. Alright, something happened. Failed to create entity. Please try again or check your AI configuration. Let's try that again. Maybe just take it too concise. A female elf warrior with a magical bow wearing green armor. Is that right? Green leather armor. Generate. And we wait again. This time, I'm just gonna stare at it while I wait. Instead of just, like, poking away. Oh, here we are. So, we have Lydia Moonshadow, and a really nice artwork of her. Generic, but really nice. Lydia's beauty is unsettling. Emerald eyes glow beneath silver-white hair braided with thorny vines, her movement unnervingly silent. Living bow pulses with ambient forest energy, its carved roots twitching as if sensing danger before she does. Though her smile seems kind, the arrow nocked with effortless grace suggests she's already calculated 7 ways to kill whoever stands before her. Again, it just... there's like a lowest common denominator with her. But let's see those mechanics. Alright, so... is this even right? Is this even correct? Intellect plus 3, Dexterity plus 2, Radiance Resistance plus 3, Corruption Vulnerability minus 3, Size 4, Stride 10. I think it kinda is, but... no, you know what? I mean, yeah, she has the Ancestry Elvish thing, so... okay, so I think so. I'll give it to her. Anyways, now we're gonna go back, and we're gonna deal with the rule book again. We're wiping the slate clean, and we're gonna add its Burn Bright skills. First, character creation stuff. I don't think we'll need character creation as much for this round because I don't think we will be using the character creation feature as badly. So this is just going to be all focused on mechanics, on skills, the core gameplay loop, as it were. So let's just copy this. And then we just paste it all here. Alright, so let's ask this again. What roll should I do to find a hidden trap? So, let it cook. It's a lot longer than Crucible, so it's going to take a while. And while it does that, I'm going to find what the next task we should do be. Alright. Instruct the AI to propose a scene with meaningful skill challenges. Of course, that also means we need to create a character. Which also means we need to actually provide the character creation rules. Well, shit. You know, I have the character made, so let's ignore it creating a new character out of the blue. And we'll just ask. We'll just ask after this. And I'll go over to Roll20 and do just that. Alright, here we are. Okay, it doesn't do the really cool headings thing. So, oh, but I didn't even change the name of it. So it just says Crucible still. Yikes. Let's just change that real quick. Burn bright. I don't know how that's supposed to be said. Save. So here's the method to finding a trap. Choose a skill from Lyrial sheet. Oh, okay, yeah, so we're playing as Lyrial here. Oopsies. Oh, no. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, no. Oh. Have we screwed up? Have we screwed up already? Did we cross the streams too much? Did we already cross the streams too much? Did Lyrial's presence screw everything up? Oh no, Lyrial screwed everything up already. Oh my god. Okay. We need to fix this. Lyrial, you no longer have gameplay mechanics. You are just an NPC. I'm sorry, but that's the way things are. New chat. Delete. New chat. Oh my god, no. Help. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, hold up. We're going back. Back to main menu. I think we just broke the game already. We just broke it. Okay, here we are. Oh no. Okay. We're just gonna delete this. I'm sorry, Lyrial, but like, you destroyed the game. You just broke the game. Okay, new game 2, exposition. We're just gonna... Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Let's just, pretend that didn't happen. Alright, what should I roll to find a hidden trap? Hey. I feel bad for, like, Because, like, I'm using, like, one of the free models, you know, the ones that they use to test stuff. So, like, the guys who are receiving these tests are like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? What's going on? Just. I just. What is. What. I think, like. Fablecraft is going to be, like, the easiest to do, though, because. How am I actually going to get the rules for that, though? Hold up. Oh, here we are. Here we are with the, Okay, so here we are. Okay, here's the headings. In Burn Bright, justify a skill, notice for irregularities, investigate for searching. I use notice D8. Wait, but there's no D8s. What? Oh, wait. What? Huh? That. What? Huh? I thought we were. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember this game. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, wait. Yeah, now I remember, right? Let me open up a character. Let me open up a character. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lyriel. I deleted you for nothing. I'm stupid, man. Yeah, so yeah, I thought for some reason like they were only D6s. I'm sorry, Lyriel. Wow, now I feel stupid, man. Come on. However, for some reason, like... But I still didn't explain why I was unable to delete the chat, so... Still, fair's fair, you know? I do like how it does try to actually implement part of PUM as well. So, like, oh, if you fail, advance the plot track. You can also invoke a PUM twist. I really like that. I actually really like that. It doesn't make it like just, oh, use the... It actually tries to incorporate PUM as part of the thing. Okay, so now, let's actually try and do this. Oh, nope, no, 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 no. All right, let's actually copy that command. Propose a scene with meaningful skill challenges. It has like zero context of anything in the story other than like the rules. So, what kind of scene are you thinking of? Cook. While you do that, okay, yeah. So Fablecraft has like a gameplay overview thing. So I could download that for a bit. Alright, game system. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, we only need, just, wow. The one thing we really need is There's like only one or two things we need, and the layout here is just very brisk. So this is like the lightest rules we can ever muster. Okay, here we are. So a high stakes scene with layered skill challenges for Brightburn's tech danger setting. The cortisol resonance cascade. Abandoned Iridan research station. Oh, I think it's because they kind of gleamed off the examples and think like, oh, wait a minute, I think I know what's going on. That's really cool. Okay, so a prototype neural amplifier has activated, causing gravitational pulses, security drones going haywire, station core approaching meltdown, initial crisis containment, complexity free, stabilize the amplifier's housing. So, and the failure is like the amplifiers emit a psychic scream. We have to. There's a environmental hazard. We gotta navigate the pulse ravaged corridor. If we fail, we have to either lose equipment or take 2 damage from the implosion. We gotta convince a researcher to help. It's actually really cool. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna roll on this game as though I'm actually playing it. So let's switch over. Okay, so let's say Neo Kibo is like on a solo mission here. What was with the dice used though? I just want to double check. Oh yeah, I forgot how weird this is. Character advancement. Anyways, so the first task we need to do is initial crisis containment. That's a complexity of 3. Our skills are engineering, athletics, or computers. What do we have? We have, oh yeah, engineering. That's a complexity of 3, so however, we have a condition of -1, but so we pass. All right. Next up, environmental hazard, acrobatics, perception, or technology. Wait. We don't have acrobatics here. What the hell, man? Are you kidding me? We don't have acrobatics. Okay, perception. 6 or technology. We don't have technology, so the only thing we have is perception. We're going at a complexity of 4, but because of our condition, it's -3, and we pass. Our next challenge is social dilemma. Presence, medicine, deception. I guess deceive is probably better for us. It's just a simple 2. We passed that. So yeah, we kind of just fix everyone's thing because of our -1 condition. But now we come to the climactic choice. We either have to destroy the amplifier or harvest its core. And it's a complexity of 7. Okay, so I say, yeah, this will be our engineering skill, full 7, which turns into a 6. Let's hope for it. Let's hope for all the beans here fail. Okay. So, according to the thing, because we failed, the amplifier bonds to our PC and becomes a sentient artifact enemy. So, Neo Kibo becomes basically a robot monster thing. And that's all we're going to see from him because we're off to see how it does Fablecraft. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it was like all dark. Alright. So, let's just copy this. Damn, this layout is really, really, I was gonna say, I complimented how the layout was, but the layout is also kind of very effed. So, let's just fix this real quick. Alright, there we not what I wanted. Here we are. I kind of realized just how complicated it is to like just copy the stuff over. So I'm trying to figure out how that would be even be possible. Maybe maybe if I did like this, let's see. Unfortunately, that backfired, so we're not gonna be doing that. We're just gonna be having this like that, so it was fun while it lasted. I will say that. It was fun while it lasted, but alright. So now let's make a new chat. And our final task we want to do here is ask the AI companion about the current scene and possible rule applications. I don't know what we're. I don't know how this is going to work because we don't really have a current scene here. Tell me about the current scene and possible rule applications. Maybe you'll remember that whole disaster that we tried to avert. Okay, cool. I guess they kind of just made their own story, I guess. It kind of feels, Fablecrafty. We stand on the edge of Whisperwood. I'm trying to remember. Was that lore from, Wildwood, but not Whisperwood? Let it cook, I guess. What else do we have? Your goal is to deliver an arcane tome to reclusive scholar Eldrin Moonscribe. But the bridge's central span has collapsed, and strange glyphs glow faintly. So this looks pretty appropriate, though. We roll one die, which requires one spark. Something difficult requires two sparks. We alert a Shadow Wisp, which I don't know if that's the case, but it's really brisk, though. I'm sorry. I can't exactly fault it for that. Fablecraft is really just brisk. But I will do my own final test. We're going to instruct it. What do I want to do for this? And yes, you are thinking what I think. Wait, I don't know how that goes. And we'll make it comfortable. Yeah, we're going there. We're going to vibrate our own rule system. And then we're going to ask it how to actually play its own rules. Okay, this is kind of interesting. When characters attempt tasks requiring chess-based resolution, translate the task's challenge rating into chess parameters. Capture the king's piece in 10 moves. I feel like that's kind of difficult. Like, if CR5 is like really easy, and then it's like capture the king in 5 moves, that's like FACO levels of like backwards. I do like the idea of like replace 2 pawns with knights, replace a pawn with a bishop. I kind of like this idea, but it's not really there. I like it, but it kind of failed. It kind of flopped. But yeah. Maybe if it was in the hands of something more competent. Let's really let loose with the chain a bit. We're switching out the large language model. Now, normally I go with the big guns, but I've decided I'm going to hold back and use its smaller, little cheaper counterpart. Maybe not too cheap, though, but cheap enough. Let's try this again. But this time, let's go Unbound. And now, we wait. We might be waiting for a while, though. Oh. Here we are. When a character attempts a significant action with uncertain outcome, the GM presents a chess puzzle to appropriate appropriate to the task's difficulty. Success is determined by solving the puzzle within the allowed parameters. So, white trivial, white to move, mate in 1. Routine task within character expertise, 30-minute time limit. So this would require a GM to know chess puzzles. I think we all know where I'm going with this. We're basically creating a chess RPG of how to play the game of chess. Although, I should have started with this first and then did the task resolution mechanic. Whatever. I'm sure I'll figure it out. No, what the no, what is this? What? This looks disgusting. No, I wanted to add it on top. Wow, this doesn't look okay. No, this looks weird. This looks disgusting. What I wanted it to do was add it on top. This just yeah, no. Okay, you know what? No, we're done here. We're done here. Like I'm sorry, but like what I wanted to do was like add it on top of the system. Be like, hey, this is how character creation now works. And then it's like, okay, here you go. And then but now it's like, oh, you gotta solve the puzzle to get your characters created. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's not how I wanted it to work. Like, I had a better idea in my head, and now that I think about it, that's literally how I wanted it to go instead of this. I'm sorry. And the worst part is that there's like 20 other things I could do with this. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's build a narrative of, yes, the ancient chessboard materializes before you, its squares gleaming and otherworldly light. The pieces arrange themselves. Like, this can actually help us with interpreting weird results. If you're stumped, this literally cuts the middleman of, if it's like, oh, it must be a misunderstanding, it now finally cuts the middleman out of the equation. Um okay, I thought this was a feature. I thought you could AI generate a table, but I guess that's not a, or like AI generate a deck, but whatever. Like, you think, because like you're able to create art of stuff, but apparently that's not the case. Or like you're able to do like writing preferences and image generation stuff. Let's see what they do with this. Third person, terse, tactical senses with chess specific terminology, delivered in a strategic voice, digital painting with hand painted textures, or for Rackham inspired, like, this kind of like feels like, yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. Save. Or you can do vice versa. Let's say you have an idea for art, like say like you wanted to do like a what's the guy that does a lot of the barbarian stuff? Like, he got a lot of controversy recently. I don't know. That guy. And it's like, oh, you want like some Conan the Barbarian style narration, and here's a barbarian themed RPG. Frank Zazada, or whatever he's called. Or like, here. Why? Why are we doing this? Build the narrative for that. The chess's magical energy pulses forward in defensive waves. Each piece radiates a positive force. But you see how it is, right? Advance the plot. Scene opener. Describe the current location. What the characters see. This just feel. I'm sorry, but I'm now just thinking of like, this is like some weird like either like something out of Adventure Time or like Alice in Wonderland. Like, the board dominates the chamber, 64 squares. Like Alice in Wonderland, whatever. Like, this is really cool though. I will say, out of all the AI stuff that I've dabbled with, this is by far the coolest implementation. So I will say, 5 stars for this. There was a trial run I did where I've placed like the Snakes on a Plane RPG into this, but this is the first time I've tried running like a whole like tried the make an RPG inside this. Maybe someone else could try and do it and do a much better job at it. But otherwise, yeah, that's basically it. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna break down the prices. I forgot I have to do that. So, aside from needing to buy your own credits to use for APIs and stuff, which is functionally pennies a day. The one I used for some of these things is Claude Sonnet, and I don't think it actually costs that much. Okay, I'm actually surprised it didn't cost that much. There were some things I did. Oh, I did it through. Oh. So maybe some things. Okay, so. Yeah, maybe that was a problem. But, anyways, they were like literally like pennies. And if you can find yourself like a free version, that's like instant. You can just grab that. What will run you down some money is the image generating, because but that's also just costing you pennies. Like your biggest worry won't be the AI aspect. It'll be how much it'll cost to actually buy the actual thing. And unfortunately, Itch.io is down. So I can't actually look at the prices. What convenient timing! Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure this out now. But last I recalled, both of them were like 12 euros when I bought them. PUM, I think, went up in price, so now it's like 14.99. But let's just assume they're both 12 euros. You're looking at about. Oh, it's back. It's back. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. So 12.99 14.99 euros. So that'll run you down about $18 US. Then if you decide to buy the AI pack, yes, you can actually buy the AI separately. So if you don't want to buy the AI, it's only going to run you down $18, which is by far the cheapest out of all the mandatory purchase stuff. And again, it's all in euros. So if you live in a different part of the world where the value of the euro is lower or something like that. I mean, I live in a part of the world where it's $25, so make of that what you will. But I believe the AI is like 12 euros, so that will run you about $14 US. And in my part of the world, that's $20 US. Or, sorry, just $20. So in total, if you're looking to buy both, you're looking at about $30. Me, on the other hand, I would be looking at around 45, maybe. If we're doing like back of the note math here, but it's basically the free forever sort of style where it's like, oh, you purchased it, it's yours forever. If there's a price increase, doesn't matter, it's yours forever. You just got to buy any additional in like additional upgrades, like not like upgrades, but like if they add more stuff, any extras. Like it's not just like the AI assistant. They also have like 3D dice. They have builder widgets. They have like a little crystal theme. They have deck and cards. Yes, the deck and cards are also its own thing, and I think they're also similarly priced. So if you don't start out with that, it does get expensive, but I think over time you're able to purchase it. I say it's a lot more worth your money than even like Fablecraft or Foundry. But by this point, it's sort of like it's very niched. It was built for solo players in mind, and if you're a solo player, I would wholeheartedly recommend PUM. And honestly, I think this is very much a game changer, the AI assistant, because it doesn't seem to interfere that much. It was definitely made with the end user in mind, especially since it's like, hey, it's not a main part of the thing. If you want to get it, you can purchase it, but if you're not, well, it's just waiting there for you if you want it. And also, if you wanted to, you can draft the game with AI. So, like, I tried this before, I'm not going to do it, but it's basically like you just create a whole game with AI in mind, with the AI just building the game in the background. It's really cool. But overall, Pump Companion honestly just beats out the competition. No ifs, ands, or buts. But that's mainly just because it's for solo players in mind. If it was out of the equation, I would say like Roll20 has it beat in terms of like very much entry level stuff. If you have the money to shell it out, Foundry definitely has you beat. And Fablecraft, I think Fablecraft, unless you're really serious about playing with others, it doesn't really enter the conversation. And yeah, that's it for this series of video content. Next time on Solo RPG Voyages, it's back to audio business as usual. Bon voyage, gamers!